What's up, everybody? This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, your host of Mr. Gentleman Like That podcast. And this week's sponsorship is from Newsly. Newsly is a all-in-one audio super app for iOS and Android. It picks up web articles about the most trending topics on the web at any given moment and read them to you in a natural human voice. For the first time in ever on the internet, the entire web becomes listenable, all in one place. Browse articles from topic choose, start playing, start scrolling, and start listening. You can follow any topic as you specifically as you like, from sports, science to Bitcoin, even for the Kardashians. It will find you on the latest article and you read them to you out loud. And they have podcasts as well. Explore trending podcasts from over 50 countries. Our podcast, Mr. Gentleman Like That podcast, is on there as well. Yes, it is. Shout out to Newsly for that. I started using it as my default podcast app. Download and use Newsly for free from www.newsly.me or from the link in the description. Use the promo code Mr. Gentleman that I will also put in the description and receive 1 month free premium subscription. So you already know, y'all, download Newsly now. Check it out. Support them, y'all. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, your host of Mr. Gentleman Like That podcast, and enjoy the show. You are now listening to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast Season 5. Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, 1/4 of the Premier Boy Podcast, your host of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And welcome to another new episode of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Hope all is well. And this is episode 98. Yes, we are almost there, y'all, from the 100 episode celebration and also close to the season 5 finale. We are almost there, y'all. We are very close. But let's talk about this episode, y'all. So today, y'all already know this is a prediction episode. We are doing a wrestling prediction of Money in the Banks. Our first prediction episode of Money in the Banks. And of course, I got my bro, 1/4 of the Premier Podcast and host of King Talk with Aaron Sands. I got the bro, Aaron, King Talk Sands on the show. And we're going to talk about Money in the Bank and many more. So you already know what to do. Sit back, relax, and I'll be right back.
This is Anthony from the Beautiful Feet Podcast, and you're listening to the Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Please remember to rate, review, and subscribe to this amazing show. Enjoy.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And at this time, I will be giving y'all the legitimate facts quote of the day. And today's quote of the day is, every next day is a blessing. Be thankful to see another day. And make sure your next day is the best day. And I say this because every day is a blessing no matter what. But days only get better by moving forward and never by looking back. And that is today, Mr. Gentleman Facts quote of the day. Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, and I am the host of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And this commercial break is brought to you by Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. On Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, we interview many guests about their life journey, pretty much where they come from and where they at now. Also promoting their brands or whatever they're doing at the time they come on the show. We also have the host talk about personal stories about himself and everything that he's been through. And also we have fun conversation about anything music, anything old school, relationships, wrestling, and many more. And y'all can tune in to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast every Sundays at 12 a.m. We are also on every Thursdays at 12 a.m. for Spin-Off Series Thursdays, where we have all of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast Spin-Off Series all in one day, where we have a conversation about music podcast every first Thursday at 12 a.m. The Old School Show with myself and the Star Roddy Rod every fourth Thursday at 12 a.m. And we have Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B every second and third Thursday at 12 a.m. And y'all can tune in to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, The Pods, and many more. Or y'all can check it out on the official website of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, www.realmrgentlemanlifestylepodcast.com, www.realmrgentlemanlifestylepodcast.com, and tune in every Sundays and Thursdays at 12 a.m. for Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in to this commercial break of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Back to your regularly scheduled program. Cheer!
This is Aaron Sands, and you are now listening to the Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast.
Yes, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And at this time, you already know what it is. This is the Wrestling Prediction Show. And for the first time ever, we are doing the Money in the Bank prediction. We never did Money in the Bank prediction before, so we feel like this year would be a perfect time to do this premium live event. So you already know, I got my special guest. Y'all already know who he is. He here every prediction episode. We got the bros. 1/4 of the Premier Podcast. You know, our host of King Talk with Aaron Sands. Aaron, King Talk Sands.
What's going on, everybody? We out here yet again. It's your man's King Talk Sands. You already know what I'm bringing to the table out here for these not WrestleMania predictions. Whoops. Money in the Bank predict. We were so lit off the WrestleMania predictions. I was like, you know what? This seems great. Let's just keep doing it. But, you know, we definitely had to check out something different for Money in the Bank. A lot of big things were happening between WrestleMania and Money in the Bank. So we're going to dive into the whole lineup, and we're going to get into some other topics as well.
Yes, facts. And, you know, welcome back on the show, bro. You ain't know. And, by the way, this is episode 98 of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, by the way. So, yeah, crazy.
We getting to the hundreds, 2 away from 100.
Facts, son. Facts, yo. Crazy enough. Even though we already at 100, but on the main series, this will be official 100 episode coming up soon. But you know, but you said something interesting, because we have a long period of time between WrestleMania and now we have Money in the Bank. You know, we had an anniversary of Impact happening, Hell in a Cell happened, All In happened, Forbidden Door just happened this past weekend, and now we got Blood and Guts. You know, American Bash is on Tuesday for NXT. Now we on Money in the Bank. Our first Money in the Bank prediction. So, yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. Money in the Bank always been one of my favorites, in a sort of sense. So some years been kind of but yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you. Money in the Bank, right? or I feel like has been built kind of like a glorified black backlash. You know, and one thing that really like makes Money in the Bank pop is the actual match. You know,
I agree.
There's an actual match. Seeing somebody getting a trophy, briefcase. I'm thinking New Japan. You know, somebody getting a briefcase and then cashing in at random. You know what I'm saying? So I think for me, that's a big deal. You know, especially now you got the women's match in there as well.
Yeah, I agree.
It really happened.
Agree. But question before we start, who was the first men's Money in the Bank? Who was the first woman?
The first male Money in the Bank, if I'm not mistaken, I'm leaning towards one of two people. Either Rob Van Dam. No, I'm lying. I know exactly who it was. It was Edge. First, because John Cena won the Elimination Chamber at New Year's Revolution. Mr. McMahon comes out, talks about, hey, there's one more person that he has to beat before leaving, and that person was Edge. And according to Give Me Sport, as the first ever winner of the Money in the Bank match, it wouldn't be right not to include the Rated R superstar. Edge won his Money in the Bank match when the bout made his debut at WrestleMania 21, defeating Chris Jericho, Shelton Benjamin, Christian, and Kane.
Oh, what the first Money in the Bank was at WrestleMania, right? Actually,
the first Money in the Bank was at WrestleMania.
Right. So
WrestleMania 21.
Yeah, yes. But yeah, Money in the Bank, man, is definitely one of my favorites. I believe, yeah.
Now, let me ask you a question.
All right, what up?
Who was the first person to cash in Money in the Bank and then lose?
I feel like Corbin. I think it was Corbin.
According to Sportskeeda, oddly enough, the first to fail a Money in the Bank cash in was the 16-time WWE champion himself, John Cena.
I thought John Cena was the second. Yeah, I thought he was the second.
Leader of the C Nation was in the middle of his epic feud with CM Punk, and unlike most competitors to hold the briefcase, called his shot.
He
gave CM Punk a week ahead, talking about next week I'm cashing this in, I'm taking the title back.
Oh no, I actually start to remember that. I actually start to remember that. I think, you're right about that. Which that next week was a fire match. It was. I remember that. I really remember that, son. I really remember that.
Like, and I can't, like, what? Hold on, what year was that? Hold on, give me a minute.
Yeah, I'm looking to see. Yeah, so that was 2012. Yeah, 2012.
Yeah, like, I remember seeing that. Like, that happened. Yeah. I was there for that.
Yeah, it was 2012 when that happened. But yeah, the first match we got is Bianca Belair versus Carmella for the World Women's Championship.
Bianca Belair. Next question.
You already know this is the heavy filler. The thing about this card, it's pretty obvious. Heavy filling, you know. It's heavy filling, and it's kind of obvious Bianca's definitely winning.
This is one of those cards where you could like kind of show up late and be like, "Oh, I didn't miss nothing yet. It's lit." You know what I'm saying?
Basically, that is definitely true. Yo. All right, next we got Ronda Rousey versus Natalya for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
First of all, before I get into this, Natalya and Ronda Rousey been having a real smooth back and forth banter on Twitter. You know, I don't know. I think they taking pages out of Jay's book, the way she be pulling up on shorties on Twitter. But I've been liking their back and forth. But if you're talking about matches, as long as Ronda Rousey is in the WWE, she's not losing a match. You know what I'm saying?
At least not for now.
No, she's not losing it. Unless it was like a triple threat like how it was at WrestleMania a few years back. And she didn't have to eat the pin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But, I'll say this. You mentioned Charlotte and Natalya. I mean, the Vita Ryder, they got some good chemistry because they're friends in real life. So, and you already know when you wrestle your friend in a wrestling ring, and the rest of the match is always good. They got good chemistry because they're friends in real life, and that's how that feud works so well together. And of course, and this match is also obvious. Ronda is definitely winning, but I'm gonna say this: I believe Charlotte will be returning in Money in the Bank, and after Ronda win, she's gonna attack Charlotte. She's gonna attack Ronda, and they're gonna set up their match. She's gonna set up her rematch at SummerSlam.
Well, yeah, that would make for a good SummerSlam match. That SummerSlam card, if this is done right,
yeah,
will really be fire behind that. You know what I'm saying? There really be some heat behind that.
Yeah,
so
definitely,
that's definitely going to be a strong situation. But for Money in the Bank, I'll definitely give that to Ronda Rousey on that one.
I agree with Ronda as well. All right, next we got Theory versus Bobby Lashley for the U.S. Championship.
Wait, who?
Theory. Austin Theory.
Oh, Theory, yeah.
Theory versus Bobby Lashley for the U.S. Championship.
I don't know, man. Like, usually I would go with Lashley, right? In any other circumstance. But in this particular case, it's kind of weird. I feel like they're putting like a real large, jumbo-sized rocket on Austin Theory's back right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to get this one a Theory because the way they're building him up now, I could definitely see it be a situation where Theory keeps the title, then goes on to SummerSlam. Cena, like him and Cena have an amazing back and forth, and then that's the thing for SummerSlam. And as much as I don't want to see it, I don't want to see Theory go over Cena. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially after Cena went over, especially after Roman went over Cena the year before.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's coming. You don't want to build Cena up like Goldberg. Right? Every time you see Goldberg pull up, you know what I'm saying? Like he's going like somebody's going over him. You know what I'm saying? You gotta dress it up sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I agree. I agree with you when you said about they giving Theory the push, the rocket ship. I do agree with that because they are pushing Theory heavy right now. But
they're pushing Theory like how they pushed Drew McIntyre back in 2007.
Back when he was Vince called him the chosen one.
Get on your knees, Teddy.
There's a chosen one.
You know what I'm saying? And then he had to go out and pull a Cody and get known and come back. You know what I'm saying?
Come back, exactly. Which worked for Drew heavy.
I'm gonna get into that in a little bit later though. That whole concept.
Yeah. But this match, the thing, but also before I say my answer for this match, I do agree Theory and John Cena will go against each other at SummerSlam. I do agree with that. But if we have to be honest, I don't think they need a US title for Cena to go against Theory though. I don't think they really needed one.
And so, you might not. You might not need it. But if it wouldn't hurt to have it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's like you having a gun in the house. You know what I'm saying? You might not need it, but I'm glad you got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
you know what? I'm gonna take a big risk. on this one. I'm gonna stick with Bobby on this one. Bobby gonna win the title. Cena probably will get involved in some kind of way in the match. Maybe not. Theory probably gonna be mad after if he lose. He be mad. He gonna call out Cena just because he's frustrated. Who knows? But I'm gonna go with Bobby on that. I'm gonna take a risk to go with Bobby on this one. I don't think they need the U.S. title against Cena. I don't think they need it.
As much as I would want OG Bobby Lashley to win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's how his push got started when he got the United States title and then just held that down.
Oh, facts. Facts.
And then that translated to him, not only building with Hurt Business, but he eventually going on his own shit, and then eventually becoming the champion.
Yeah.
And then that's how OG Bobby Lashley was coming out here with the suit and all them baddies, like who I still follow and some follow me on Instagram. Shot me out of Aaron Sands premiere. You already know what it is.
Nah, man, that was a good time, son. That was a good time, man. That was a good time. That was a good time, man. But I'm gonna stick to my answer. I'm gonna stick with Bobby Lashley on this one. I'm gonna take a big risk on this one. I'm gonna take a big risk on this one. Boy.
I don't know. I'm going to go with Theory. I think that's a safe bet. And with everybody out right now, the way they out due to injuries or you know,
Gee Louise,
due to injuries or like controversy and shit, it's better to keep things, you know.
Shoot. I pray for all the companies that dealing with injuries right now.
Yeah, everybody's fucked up right now. Everybody's fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
WWE, AEW, Impact.
Yeah, like if you're a wrestler, if you're a wrestling fan right now, right, and you thought you was going to have a hot wrestling summer with your favorite shows on a daily basis, thinking you're going to see your favorite stars, I hate to inform you, man. Cards subject to change is a real shit. It's real shit.
Facts, yo.
You seen that shit on Forbidden Door. You know what I'm saying? Cards subject to change is a real thing.
Gee Louise, man. Gee Louise. Next match. Look at the next match. So next match we got the Usos versus Street Profits. Versus the Street Profits for the undisputed tag team championships.
Come on, man. Are we really doing this? We really doing this? You think I'm gonna go against the bloodline, bro? Like, come on, man. We not doing this. Yeah, next question.
I mean, I'm clearly going with the Usos as well. That's not even no question to ask. But I will predict who will take the title off the Usos, though. I will say that I think it's New Day. I think the New Day.
I don't know. I mean, it'll be like that would be a match just like all the other New Day versus Uso matches I've seen. Yeah, nothing spectacular.
It would be like a freaking Roman versus Brock. Like basically,
but the dynamic is different.
They the tag team of the Roman and Brock. Usos in the New Day. They the tag team with Roman and Brock. Y'all remember the back and forth they had switching titles? Like
they were switching they were switching titles for the better part of like 2 years.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Dude, that's like how the TNT title is going right now.
Well, the TNT title right now, I mean, it's weird. It's going everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never seen a belt change colors so much. You know what I'm saying? But I understand you try to gauge it to the personality of the talent. You know what I'm saying? Which is fine. I don't mind that. But Jesus, like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got right now, Scorpio Sky is TNT champion, right?
Yeah.
If the title doesn't change hands by August 8th, I'll be shocked.
Well, not to mention the AEW real quick, but though he got a title coming up, he got a match coming up, Scorpio Sky.
Yeah.
He doing
against Wardlow.
Wardlow, okay, that's what it was. It didn't click my mind. Okay.
Yeah, against Wardlow. And they're trying to put the rocket on him, but it's the AEW's rockets are different than WWE's rockets.
way different.
It's a little weird, but if you're looking at long-term situations, then yeah, it's understandable. But I mean extremely long-term. Like my nigga, pack your patience. You know what I'm saying? If you got patience, you'll love it. If not, you'll be on Facebook complaining.
Just like every wrestling fan that is happy these days, though. But back to the though. But yeah, I do feel like New Day might be the one to take it off of them, because you already know the back and forth they have for many years. So,
of course. I mean, it would be a nice touch for New Day to actually, close out that feud with the Undisputed.
Exactly.
Titles. Yeah. So that would be awesome. However, I don't know, man. I mean, I'll probably have to agree. I don't see another threat to the tag team titles other than New Day.
Yeah, not at the moment. I don't see. Not at the moment. I know we just got Viking Raiders becoming heels recently. RK Bro might be done for now because Aunt Randy's injured. The Dirty Dog could come back.
Dirty Dog. I seen Robert Roode doing solo matches from his glorious routine at house shows.
Oh, yeah, I heard that too.
So that might be a different situation.
True.
So yeah, the only credible tag team that I really see like really having a strong shot at taking them titles off the Usos is probably the New Day. And I know for a lot of people, they're saying, "Oh my God, the New Day getting the titles again."
I mean, well, I wouldn't mind it. I love New Day. I would not mind it.
I like New Day too,
and I love their feud. So I wouldn't mind it. I love their feud, so I would not mind it.
And on top of that, now the good thing about New Day is this, right?
Yeah.
The fact that there's 3 of them, you can see different types of matches.
Exactly.
I feel like for the most part, in the original feud with the Usos and New Day, you saw a lot of Kofi Big E combinations.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't see a lot of Kofi and Woods.
Yep.
And since Woods got that new special, the Backwoods, you know what I'm saying?
The Backwoods.
That should be coming in handy.
Facts.
Somebody try to come up on you, you roll them up like an L, and you get smoked with the Backwoods.
Facts. But yo, what about the Judgment Day? They could be a threat too. Finn and Damon Priest.
I don't like how they're doing Judgment Day. Why did they kick out Edge?
So I don't like that either. They should have kept Edge and would have been a strong 4-man team. I don't get that part either. But
matter of fact, speaking of Edge, we're gonna get into that in a minute.
Really?
Next match.
You got to Edge new. Oh no. I think I know where you're going with this. And the next match, we got the women's Money in the Bank match. So I'm gonna name all the contenders. All right, we got Lacey Evans. We got Alexa Bliss. We got Miss Liv Morgan. Raquel Rodriguez. Asuka. Shazzy. And Becky Lynch. All right, so my question to you is, who do you want to win? Who do you think is going to win? And when are they going to cash in?
Alright, let's check this shit out, right?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people say this woman can't wrestle. And that's okay. Because some of your faves can't wrestle. Ultimate Warrior was one of them. Let's say, who was it? Hulk Hogan. Pretty much put wrestling on the mat. Racist as hell. Couldn't really wrestle. His special was a leg drop. Okay. Eugene. Enough said. Some people, that's their faves that can't wrestle, right?
I bet you say Eugene.
Enough said. Right. Somebody came to me a couple weeks ago talking about, oh, you know who was really lit back in the day? I'm intrigued. I'm like, yo, who? It was Eugene. I stopped listening to the conversation after that. I just tuned him out. I didn't really hear what else he had to say. I didn't care.
Oh, shoot. My head is
But somebody said that to me to my face. So. But getting back to it though.
Oh shoot. Oh my god.
A lot of people give Liv Morgan a lot of slack.
I'm crying right now. So I'm sorry. I'm crying right now.
Nah, for real though. Somebody really said that shit. And they were and the crazy thing was, if you were playing, then I'd have been like, alright, cool. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But he was stone cold serious.
Go continue.
But anyway,
shoot.
A lot of people give Liv Morgan slack because they say she can't wrestle, right?
Oh, yeah.
I gotta disagree. She could do a little something. You know what I'm saying? Does she might, have a little issue? Yeah. But I think she should win. Honestly, I think she should win Money in the Bank. Now, if she loses, then I think she needs to go back to NXT. But if she wins, then that'd be cool. However, I think they're gonna put that on Becky. Because you gotta think about it too, right? Becky won. Becky held the title, but she had to give it up because she had the kid.
Yeah.
And Asuka won Money in the Bank during the pandemic.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And for her effort, she won the Raw's Women's title.
Yeah.
So it'll be in WWE fashion, they could probably spin that to be like, all right, bet Becky, after, you know, coming back, winning the title, losing the title, now she's trying to make a climb back. She gonna win Money in the Bank. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And with that, I feel like she gonna probably cash in on Bianca, but not at SummerSlam though. She probably gonna wait and then do that shit at like Royal Rumble, and then go for it from there.
That's good. That's good answers. For me, who I want to win. I actually gonna agree with you on the pick you want to win. Liv Morgan. I agree with you on that. I say Liv Morgan as well because honestly, I wanted Liv Morgan to win last year. But instead, Nikki ASH won last year, which I feel that was a weird choice. In my opinion,
that was for the kids.
I know that for the kids, yeah, but still, it's weird. I just feel like Liv should have won last year. But then again, if y'all notice about Liv, she had a lot of dope matches from day one to like recently. She improved tremendously. She improved heavy. And yeah, people just said she can't wrestle. Yeah, that's true. People said she can't wrestle, but I would say that she improved. I feel like out of everybody on this list, she kind of needed more than everybody on this list. I'm not gonna hold you. So I'm gonna go with Liv. All right, so I'm gonna go and my second choice would be Shotzi. It would be nice to see Shotzi win too, but my first choice is definitely Liv Morgan. I want Liv Morgan to win, definitely.
Yeah.
Who I think is gonna win, which I also agree with you on this one as well, Becky Lynch. Of course, because it's obvious her losing title from Bianca. She having the comeback story from facing for the 24/7 championship and losing to that. Even though we know the storyline, but still, it's funny. It's kind of funny to watch. It was funny to me. And for her losing the Crown Fight match to Asuka, and then they won the comeback, won the second chance match. You know, this past Monday and stuff like that, and her being the Money in the Bank prediction, Money in the Bank match. I could see Becky winning. Yeah. Honestly, and that way we talked about earlier about the Money in the Bank being so predictable. Becky Lynch is the honestly most predictable choice to win if the WWE do go his route. You know, in terms of her cashing in. I think they're gonna. I think they may do a curveball. She may cash in on Ronda, and they can set up their match at Mania for next year.
That makes sense too. Although that would mean that she would have to go to Raw.
Yeah,
SmackDown. I'm sorry.
SmackDown, and my reason would be for the next choice for the men's Money in the Bank, but when we get to that, but. Yeah, I think if Becky wins, she's not gonna catch it on Bianca. I don't think so. I think her and Bianca will already have a match at SummerSlam already. I think that could be the call for SummerSlam. It is Bianca versus Becky Lynch. I think that could have happened.
Or they're gonna try to undisputed it.
That could be it too. That could be it too. I didn't think about that, but that could be it too.
Because that's looking like a thing. Because when you hear a lot about how can I put this? You see like the main title, Roman holding like both main titles. You also got, you know, the Usos holding both tag titles.
Yeah.
You know, it's not that far fetched for them to actually combine all of the same titles. You know, the roster isn't as big as it once was back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Where you could situate certain people strictly on Monday nights or strictly on Friday nights or Thursday nights, depending on what era of SmackDown you were following. Now you're kind of seeing the same people on the same show, which really don't make sense considering the fact that, you know, you're talking about a brand split. So yeah. If you're not doing a brand split, yeah, you might want to piece all of those back together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I could see next year at WrestleMania, they're doing they're unifying the women's titles, and that's the main event. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that too. So if So if I'm right, I think if WWE go this route, WWE gonna say Becky. Becky will already have a match against Bianca just so they close off the storyline. Either is Becky win or not, we that's don't know. But if she don't win, I can see Becky do having a briefcase, cashing in on Ronda just because she's desperate for a title. Because that's basically her storyline right now. She's desperate for a title. She would have a briefcase, and she beat Ronda, and they set up their match for WrestleMania next year, most likely.
Now, there's a strong possibility with her being desperate for, a title.
Yeah.
That she could be the first lady to cash in unsuccessfully.
That's it too. Oh, I was thinking that. I was thinking that too. Actually,
that's a thing.
That is a thing. That is a thing. She could be unsuccessfully. That is true. That is definitely true. She could be unsuccessfully. I forgot about that. That is definitely true. That's true. I didn't think about that. So Becky could do win but do not cash in successfully. So,
because you think about it, right? Like there's an 80, like at least with the men's match, 85% chance you go cash that thing and you coming back home with a title. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nobody ever talks about that 15%. Nobody ever talks about the time that John Cena cashed in and held a whole L. You know what I'm saying?
And also, question: so far, no woman didn't failed yet, right? With the cashing in, right? Not that I remember. I don't think no woman failed yet.
Not that I know of.
Not that I know of. I know Carmella won.
We're pretty overdue right now.
Yeah, because Asuka won Money in the Bank. She didn't fail. As Carmella won Money in the Bank. She didn't fail. She won Money in the Bank twice, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and she didn't fail. Who else? Alexa Bliss won Money in the Bank. She didn't fail. So if I'm trying to think, somebody who Nikki. I thought Nikki would go be the one to fail, but
that would have made more sense for me.
Yeah,
I would have believed that more.
Yeah,
but no woman's failed, so it's overdue.
Yeah,
it's a strong possibility she could try to cash in and then hold an L.
I actually like the idea,
especially with the champions you got right now.
Yeah,
like a Ronda Rousey, who for a fact is not going to get pinned. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or a Bianca Belair, who's pretty much got the Raw's women's division on her back right now.
I agree. You know
what I'm saying? Yeah. So either way, if you're gonna sit there and have Becky Lynch cash in successfully, you better have a damn good follow up.
I agree.
Just like when SummerSlam, she came back and beat her in like 24 seconds. You better have a damn good follow-up behind that. Because anything short of spectacular with that storyline with her holding the title and then trying to figure out where you're going to go with it, anything short of spectacular, they get ridiculed. You know what I'm saying? Online. You know what I'm saying? They're getting killed online.
That's true. But like I said, I really hope Liv do win it. I hope it's Liv do win. I hope she don't fail. That would be messed up.
That's a possibility too.
Yeah, I'll be sad.
Honestly, that's more of a possibility than Becky failing.
Yeah, that's true. But if I think, if Liv win, who could she really cash in on? Like, to cash in on Bianca, that means Liv got her heel. She want to cash in on Bianca.
And you know what's crazy? That's the same thing I say about the men's situation. Mm-hmm. If you're the Money in the Bank winner, right?
Yeah.
You really want to cash in on Roman?
Sure. Yeah, imagine Roman had not been cashed in at all for the last 2 years. Roman would never cash in. Nobody did not try to cash in on Roman.
Hell no.
They try to go the easy route and cash in on Bobby Lashley. like how freaking Big E did last year. Shout out to Big E, man.
And granted, even though his run was underwhelming, that was the smartest thing that had to be done for him to come to transcendence. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't have him go on SmackDown right now, and at that time Roman was like white hot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was like he just reached final boss level at that point.
Fact.
So you got a final boss level Roman Reigns getting cashed in on by Big E.
That's true.
Like, make it make sense. So he would have had to go to Raw and cash in on a hurt Lashley.
Yeah, that's true.
And have a trash run,
especially after Lashley had his match with Randy. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but speaking of the men's money in the bank, we got the men's money in the bank. So we got Seth freaking Rollins versus Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus versus almost
Almost.
almost. I'm talking about that one versus Sami Zayn
Okay.
versus Riddle
Okay.
versus to be announced. Bacon so far. Bacon.
Calaberry Anthony.
And originally, this last spot was supposed to be for Kevin Owens or Zeke, but due to Monday, Kevin was feeling well, so they pulled that match. So now we got nobody for this last spot as due to this recording at the moment. We don't know if this is gonna be announced on SmackDown or if it's gonna be announced at Money in the Bank itself. But out of this men's roster, so here's how I go actually about the men's. First, I'm asking who will be the final spot will be. One. Then I'm asking you who you want to win for the men's. And then I'm asking you who is going to win for the men's for the E-pick. And then I'm asking you when do you think they're going to action.
All right, so this is a lot. So we're gonna peel this back layer by layer. Okay. So who's going to be the hidden person that's going to reveal themselves? I hear a lot of people talking about Cena. I hear a lot of people talk about Cody, even though they said that he's not going to be back for like 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
But when he come back, he's going to have like a Triple H like run. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Like, all right. So a lot of people saying that. I heard the same guy who said that that Eugene was really lit when he was out. You know what I'm saying? He said that, Randy Orton was going to be back. I don't know how that's going to come up, but all right. You know what I'm saying? What's one name that I haven't heard that I'm seriously like now considering because he's not injured and he's a big star? Mm-hmm. Edge. He won the first one. You know what I'm saying? As we discussed earlier. He won the first one. And you could imagine everybody in the ring, right? Waiting. And then you just hear, you think you know me? You know what I'm saying? Like, and everybody marking out, oh my God, it's Edge. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you sound. So, basically, that's what's probably going to happen. Edge going to come out, and then he's going to be the, missing link to that whole Money in the Bank situation, which would be great.
Yo, not going to hold you. That is a good choice. That is a good choice. I didn't even think of Edge as that last slide. I'm gonna tell you my choice when I get to my chance, right? That's a good choice, though. That's a good choice.
You think about it, right? He healthy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He
kayfabe injured.
That good. He fake injured right now. He's not really injured. He's storyline injured.
Yeah, but he's good right now. And with everybody being injured and or unavailable, it's really hard to be like, all right, who's gonna fit that mold? And instead of building new stars, because that's one thing I feel WWE's had a hard time doing, except with the case of Austin Theory, they have a hard time building like new people to do it. If it was up to me, I would have put Ali in there because he was supposed to win the last one.
A couple years ago, the one, yeah.
He literally had his hands on the briefcase. All you have to do is reach up a little bit, take the clip off, and hold it.
Yo,
that whole procedure takes 6 seconds.
Yo, I'm still upset about that, man. Brock coming out and winning that. I'm still upset about that, so I ain't gonna hold you.
If it was up to me, I'll put Ali in there and let him get his do-over.
I agree. I agree. That's a good choice.
I agree. But hey, WWE gotta sell tickets. You know what I'm saying? They gotta prove that they gotta still prove that they better than AEW. So, yeah, put Edge in there. You know what I'm saying? Which is still a great choice. Now, do I think he's actually gonna win it? No. You know what I'm saying?
Who you want to win? Who you want to win?
Well, this is where it gets interesting because who I want to win and who I think they're gonna situate to win is literally the same person.
Oh, I guess, and I think I know your answer. There's two people I think you gotta pick. Want me to guess it, or you gonna say it?
You say it. I'm saying right now. I ain't scared.
Okay.
Person that I feel like you know, they're going to choose that I feel like should win, and the person that they're going to choose is Riddle. It makes perfect sense. Think about it like this: you look back at SmackDown, right, when he challenged Roman Reigns the first time for the title, right? And remember, he couldn't challenge him again as long as he's champion.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So how those rules gonna fit if you got a Money in the Bank briefcase that you could cash in at any time, anywhere, any place? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got the briefcase. You know, you see him having a hard time. Bad enough, he's having a hard time with Brock Lesnar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Riddle could pull a Seth Rollins like heist. You know? Jump right in the middle of that. And then there's your new undisputed champion. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
So that could really be a serious thing. I feel like WWE's gonna probably build it out like that. Mm-hmm. But I also think that out of that field, which is a pretty like tall field, I wouldn't say it's stacked, but it's pretty tall. You know, I can see Riddle doing that. They started. I came home this past Monday, right, and I turned on Raw, right?
Yeah.
And I turned on Raw right when Riddle came in the ring for this match. I didn't know what the match was. I didn't know what the stipulations was. I just saw like mad dudes in the ring. Riddle coming out to his entrance. He has his 3D, you know, situation. Little rabbit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like he has the rabbits or whatever. And I was like, all right, I don't know what this match is about. I don't know who's going to do what, but I know for a fact Riddle's going to win this match. I turn the channel. I go do something else. I turn back the channel like maybe 10, 15 minutes later. And of course, Riddle wins the match. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, there we go. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. So yeah, man. I can see him winning. I think WWE definitely sees him winning. And it definitely might be a successful cash-in. Now, the win, I don't know. It depends. It really depends. I can't really call that, because when are you going to see Roman defend the title again?
SummerSlam. I mean, he's gonna get Brock at SummerSlam, so yeah, that's the next match.
Yeah, so you know he could be holding on to that and trying to see what's what, and then coming down at SummerSlam and winning at SummerSlam. Is he gonna be SummerSlam or Royal Rumble?
Nah, to be honest, I'm gonna say my piece when I get to my piece, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm done. You got it.
Okay. All right. So same message for me. So TBA, who I gonna think TBA. That's a good choice. It's an Edge. I didn't think of Edge. That is actually a good choice. I was gonna think this man gonna pull a miracle and come back at Money in the Bank. I'm gonna say Cody, especially after that interview on Monday. Like
he's feeling healthy, but at the same time, injuries like that.
Yeah, he should rush it. He should rush it at all.
Like Triple H had a similar injury around back in 2001, 2002. Completely missed the entire Invasion storyline.
I remember. Right, the Invasion. Yeah, the Invasion. Yeah, right.
You did not see him anywhere near that. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. That's true. True.
And as soon as the Invasion line was done, and shit started to calm down, he came back. But that shit was over like a year.
It was, yeah. It was like 8 months later. I remember that.
Yeah. Cody's gone for 9. So yeah. Like, ain't no way you gonna come out to Hell in a Cell all fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
At a month, that's craziness, son. That craziness. I'm not gonna hold you.
But the same people that think that Eugene was lit when he was out. So there's no reason with these people. I don't know reason with these people. Can't make this shit up.
But I don't know. That's the person I had. Cody Mysterio coming back, but I don't 100 on that. But yeah, I don't 100 on that part. But yeah, who I want to win the Money in the Bank? Okay, this one is kind of hard because I got 3 people who I want to win for who I want to win, and honestly, Seth, Riddle, Sami Sami Zayn. I picked these three because Seth do owe a rematch from Roman after that Saudi Arabia elimination chamber match. And then I got a rematch for that at the end of the for no contest. I feel like, and also Seth was the only one that cashed in on Roman. You know, him winning would make perfect sense. You know,
man,
Riddle,
please, Braun Strowman still didn't get his rematch. What we talking
about? Riddle. I agree with everything you saying. Everything you said about Riddle is pretty much the same thing. The way his storyline right now is he can't go against for the title after he can't beat Roman. Him losing crowd fight match against, I was like, who went again for the crowd fight match? I forgot who it was, but almost he lost against almost the crowd fight match. I threw Shaquille even in the match. I don't, yeah. The Riddle winning that Battle Royal last chance match for Money in the Bank. So yeah, I do agree about Riddle winning. I do agree about Riddle. I do want Riddle to win as well. And that, you know, Sami Zayn is an instant choice that I picked. Because also, I picked Sami Zayn who I want to win is because of his association with the Bloodline. He could win Money in the Bank and he could swerve Roman and winning. You know, that would be a funny storyline. You see Sami with the title, double crossing the Bloodline. They think he was dumb, but he really smart. At the end of the day, he double crossed him. He got the title. You know.
Yeah, but at the same time, that could happen, or he could probably do that, but then hold a Baron Corbin size L.
Of course. He could be unsuccessful because you know Sami do say they think he could be unsuccessful. He could be like the type of unsuccessful. Mm-hmm. But who I think the ego to pick, I believe it's between either Seth or Widow. Like based on both their storylines, they make the most sense, you know. Yeah, they make the most sense. Also, who I want to win is whoever TBA is too. Like that would be here pretty. I don't know who that is. but yeah, when I think they're gonna cash in off the back, I think they're gonna catch up SummerSlam, yo. Like, come on, Rock versus Roman in a last man standing match. They both gonna be hurt. It's a perfect opportunity for them to cash in right there. Like
honestly, as I said, like a Seth, it'll be like a Seth like cash in.
Exactly, you know exactly. But I don't think like during the match like Seth did though. But wait till like after the match done, after whoever pinned whoever the winner is, and then out of nowhere, could be Riddle news drop, Seth news drop, Sami Zayn news drop, cashing in on them. Boom, right there.
But here's the thing, though: when you cash in during a match like that, does it become a regular match, or does it stay as a last man standing match?
What you mean, like as in like if say Roman beat Brock? You mean
sorry.
Yeah.
All right, so real quick, right?
Yeah.
Say for instance, Roman and Brock match start, right? It's last man standing match.
Yeah.
They go for about 30-45 minutes.
Yeah.
And then Riddle comes down. Mind you, the match is still going.
Oh, okay. So that would be like a Seth then. It would be he would just be added to the match.
On the last man standing match.
Yeah, last man standing match. Yeah, he'll be added into that match like how Seth did at Mania when it was a triple threat match. So, but what I'm saying, I think that if they were to catch in, I think they would wait till after the match because by then both of them is injured, both of them is hurt. Roman will not be able to stand up, so whoever catches the man is fresh. Like that would be perfect. He'd be sort of fresh because they would just have money to make later at the beginning of the night, most likely. But no, this is SummerSlam. What I'm talking about.
SummerSlam, dude. Like,
I'm bugging. But I'm saying is like after the last man standing match, when the ref and the winner is Roman Reigns, then the news drop. Or Seth. Oh, Seth running out with the briefcase. Give the ref, yo, I'm cashing in right now. We OD cashing in right now. And then boom, they had another match. You know, Riddle do his thing or Seth do his thing or whoever wins. Yeah, there you go. At the end of the match, the second two matches basically. for the champion. 2 matches for the champion, and he loses his match because he tied it at the last man standing match at SummerSlam. We got a new champion. Shoot, 600 and something days down the drain, son.
It ain't down the drain. That's like one of the longest.
I joke it ain't down the drain, but yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Yeah, like it was up there though. It's nothing to play with.
Facts, sure. But like I said though, I feel like Widow or Seth would be the best choice. Though I agree with WWE. I feel like them two would be the best choice for them. And if Roman happened to keep that title for whatever reason, I see Drew winning at this clash of at the UK event.
Yeah, that UK event's gonna be something crazy.
Facts, yo. Facts,
you know. I just feel like I feel like women's gonna get past that, but I feel like after SummerSlam, Drew's gonna be next up.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. Drew definitely could be next up. I agree with that. But yeah, this is the Money in the Bank prediction. So we got some discussion that we gotta talk about before we leave. So as you know, Vince is going through this investigation. I don't know the full story about it. Do you know more about the story about the whole investigation with Vince right now?
All right, so basically what we have going on here, Janelle Grant was the paralegal that worked at WWE, apparently. In the words of the guy from the Boondocks in that one show, she liked her, he wanted her, and he wanted a piece. He wanted to get booty clapping sounds jumping off.
Yeah.
So, according to Wall Street Journal, Vince started to pay. Actually, first he upped her pay by 100K just to see if he could smash. They did. They were smashing for a good period of time, and the next thing you know, Vince hit the old YPG play. And then dashed it off to the homies. You feel me?
Stupid.
And then he passed off to director of telerations, Judge. He passed it on to that guy, and then she wasn't with it. So what happened next, according to Wall Street Journal, Vince ended up having to let her go, but not before paying her a large sum of money, around about to the tune of $3 million, and to sign an NDA to never speak on this again. You know what I'm saying? In the midst of all this news being released, Kevin Dunn, his goofy looking self, ends up getting caught up on insider trading because you're not supposed to sit there and trade stocks trade your stocks while you knowing something that's going on with the company. You know what I'm saying? And while you're working for the company.
Facts.
So you can't even do that shit. So his dumb ass is going to end up facing 20 years behind that because the SEC, they take that type of shit serious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, you might want to keep that in mind as you're on your travels when you're trading. But that's basically all that's been going on, and all I've been hearing instead of all this been going on, people are getting mad over the way Tony Khan hugs, but not even realize you gotta sign a fucking NDA to sit there and get close to Vince. That shit is crazy.
Well, and more added to that news, so they stepped down at the chairman, and Stephanie is the interim chairman for now. Also, Bruce Brishet stepped up as an John Laurinaitis title as a talent relations
director of talent relations.
Yeah. Bruce is taking his spot for now.
I find that kind of funny because it's like, all right, you close to both of these dudes. How much did you know?
That's what I'm saying too. I thought, anyone me beyond? I think Bruce should have been a part of that too.
Yeah, because he was close. So you had to know. You had to know fucking Vince was smashing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Vince and John was smashing and dashing and dabbling in the dark and shit. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah, stuff like that. Also hearing that, Triple H goes back in NXT, and he also helping Stephanie, and same with Paul Heyman, also helping Stephanie too, in the background too. So, and stuff like that. And yeah, and also Jeff Jarrett returned to the company as well, and he got a position as well as I think
he's like a VP right now.
VP Torrance, he or VP of Tours or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this situation, I mean, it is crazy. I'm not even gonna hold you. Yeah.
Like dudes are getting like. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Like it's weird because especially during Me Too movement, dudes of higher caliber is getting canceled behind shit like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Been having a lot more now. Yeah.
It's not as crazy, but I understand how crazy it could be.
Yes, that's to say, yeah. Cause even though we hearing stuff now, we still don't know much about it. Still, because it's through a new development story, so we don't know much about it. But honestly, I think it is time for him to step down anyway. So like, yeah, I feel like it's time to step down anyway. I mean, he been in that position longer than he should have. To be honest with you, yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing because, it's hard to sit there it's hard to separate from something you built for so long, but at the same time, you gotta understand you're getting older and times are changing. You know what I'm saying? And people are starting to see you as predictable, not as the visionary you once was during the Attitude Era, or even during your early days when you single-handedly built WrestleMania. I know people are still holding on to the days because WWE kind of broke their, wrestling virginity. And you know what they say about, virgins. You know what I'm saying? Once you break the virginity, they're always going to be around lingering. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I would say that. but yeah.
For the most part.
For the most part.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah.
But that's kind of a thing. So when you think about it, right? A lot of fans think like shit is great right now. And it is, but it could be so much better. And that's the whole thing. It could be so much better.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they slowly get back to some kind of thing, but I feel like it's better that he should step down and let somebody else take over. And it could be Triple H, it could be Stephanie. I feel like they would be the best choice as long as not that man Nick Khan. Yeah, like, cause that's another person that I don't know. They gotta look out for too. I'm gonna hold you.
Nick Khan is systematically taking out the family one by one.
Basically.
Basically. That's where we at right now. They single-handedly taking out the fam, little by little, one by one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's crazy. However, the way they're setting it up, I think is in good hands right now. So they figure out this whole thing.
Yeah, I agree.
I said this when this shit first dropped. Like, Vince survived a lot of different, tragedies and, controversial moments. Steroid trials being one. Owen's death is another. Ashley Mazzaro. And Chris Benoit. You know what I'm saying? Crazy thing. McMahon was supposed to fall back before that.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember he put through.
When his limo blew up.
Yeah, that's true.
And then, I had to pause Chris Benoit's name earlier in the pod when I was describing the first Money in the Bank match. You know what I'm saying? Because I know people feel about that. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? He kind of fucked up a lot of, it was a reset. It was a quick reset, but it was a reset.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, the dude who hopped in the car and hopped back out, you know what I'm saying? Hopped back out on Monday talking about, it's a tribute show. Fuck all that. We riding for our people. Yeah. And then somewhere along the line, you pull up on ECW talking about, we found out some shit.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
And we not talking about that man no more.
That is a fact, yeah.
And then that's the only time John Cena opened ECW.
Yeah. I remember that, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was 15 years ago. and he survived all of that. This might be a little different, especially considering the type of time you in right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially for him being 75 years old.
Exactly.
So, I think it's best that you just should stop, Vince. And it's crazy because even though he stepped out as chairman, he still got involvement with creatives and he still being on TV. I guess until the thing get too high. I guess.
Well, yeah, he got a show. What else you gonna do? You facing, a serious situation that's public, not only public, in the wrestling world, but also with your shareholders, and it's stepping into the realm that you fought so hard to be in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You fought so hard to be in this realm where, you could like put your company into another stratosphere in the mainstream. You know what I'm saying? And then you got this going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's crazy.
Facts.
But I think he's going to beat it? I mean, yeah, he should. He should be able to. But I feel like after he does...
I think he still should just not even come back as a chairman no more. I just think he should be done. He just say, after that whole thing, he should say, I'm retiring. That's it. Give it to Stephanie. I'm going to name my new chairman. Boom. Stephanie, full-time chairman, or Triple H, one of them,
I'm saying, chill.
Yeah, I just think Vince should be done. Josh Elias, pack it up, bro.
John Laurinaitis, truth be told, should have been packed.
Pack it up. I agree, son.
Let's be abundant. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it a whole abundance. Like John Laurinaitis should have been packed it the fuck up. But since they kept him, cool. But now he's dabbling in the dark, you feel me? And it's like, you know what I'm saying? You're doing it. It's not like I said before, ain't nothing wrong with doing that. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? You're doing that with an employee, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
In an era where sexual harassment is being like taken extremely serious, even to the point where you ain't even got to do the shit.
Yeah.
And it's going down. So it's like.
Yeah, crazy, son. And also, before we go, we got a few more news that been happening. So, Cesaro just signed with AEW when he was in for the Forbidden Door. Well, I can't pronounce the other name. I ain't gonna try. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce.
We're talking about Claudio Castagnoli.
Claudio Castagnoli. Yeah.
I'm like, bro.
Congrats to the bro. Congrats to the bro. No, congrats to him. I just can't pronounce that name. I'm not gonna try it. I'm not gonna try it. Also, another announcement that Logan Paul officially signed with WWE.
That's gonna be interesting. I want to see where that go. Fun fact: did you ever notice, right?
Yeah.
On his outfit for WrestleMania, his debut.
I'm trying to remember how. It was something gold, right? Was it gold?
It was like gold yellow. He dressed like a Pikachu, but it was dope.
Yeah, with a Pikachu chain or something like, or a card or something, right?
Yeah,
a card. Yeah.
Yeah. Now that card that he held was the Illustrator card. It's probably the rarest Pokemon card you'll ever see. That shit cost like $100,000.
Yeah.
Easily. Along with the case that he put it in, that's probably like another $2. And then the chain that he had it probably is like maybe like $150. All told, that whole piece is about $450,000 on the low end.
Yeah, but also today news that not the only person that signed with WWE. Somebody else signed with WWE today as well. An MMA fighter.
If anything, like, it's crazy. She a little baddie. I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah. Her name is. Hold on, let me pause it quick. Yeah, her name is Valerie Lara Data. I can't pronounce the name either. She's Louise. Yeah. And she also
Castagnoli. I could probably figure that one out.
Yeah, but she also signed with WWE. She is a baddie. She is a baddie. Oh my god, she's Louise.
She's definitely a baddie though, which is crazy. But yeah, man. Is there? I'm noticing WWE starting to sign a lot of baddies,
Yeah.
Because you go on the indie scene and you're seeing like a lot of the wrestlers that's like real baddies getting a lot of traction. You know, not only in their respective lanes, but also on social media. WWE's watching social media and it's like, damn, this is what they're doing out there. We need to somehow replicate this on a larger scale.
Yeah.
Now, the good thing about WWE is that they're sourcing their people from different walks of life with the Next in Line program, with like with the MMA fighters. Shout out to Nikita. You know,
Nikita Line, right. Next NXT Women Champion. Yep.
I don't know about next NXT Women Champion.
I think like a strong possibility she can beat Mandy Rose. It's a definitely strong possibility she's going to beat Mandy Rose.
So let me ask you a question: do you think she could beat Roxy Perez?
Ah man, it's hard because I love Roxy Perez. I prefer Roxy to beat Mandy, but the way NXT going right now, I feel like they're going with Lion. I think Roxy go for the tag team. She's going for the toxic distraction with Cora Jade.
And that's cool too, but I just feel like Roxy and Cora Jade are literally the same person. They're both skater girls, bro. They're both short skater girls who were taking pages from AJ's book.
They're AJ fans, inspired by AJ. That's perfect.
That's AJ's daughters.
That's basically.
If you really want to put it there, CM Punk and AJ Lee, you could claim them on their taxes.
I agree with that. 100%. And also, we got like two more things to talk about. Son, why is so many injuries right now, son? Gee Louise. So it's so much injuries right now. Now between like we mentioned earlier, the E injury, we got some injuries for the E right now. AEW got a whole list.
They got like a roster full.
Gee Louise, yo.
Like, I ain't gonna hold you. CM Punk wasn't injured, he would have probably lost to Tanahashi. Tanahashi will be AEW champion.
Yeah, that sounds like a possibility. I agree.
Number two, Adam Cole had no business being in that fucking match.
Nah, the media. He will work it injured. He just got even more injured doing that.
match. Shit, Kenny Omega still ain't back. He got on pod talking about like, yo, if he get injured one more time, crazy, he out of here.
Don't forget John Moxley injured. He had a concussion, and weird enough, he threw the blood and guts, and possibly are doing another match. So I'm like, yo, y'all gotta chill out.
You know, like shit. I could have sworn, right? I could have sworn Eddie Kingston broke his back last night.
Right there.
Way too long getting up. But then again, I felt like, yo, this is a big dude. This is a big, really, not like a big, like muscular big, but like a fat dude.
Yeah.
Climbing up a Hell in a Cell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Basically climbing up a steel cage Hell in a Cell type complex. You know what I'm saying? And then hitting the submission move. And I'm like, well, he could be injured, or he could just be a big dude climbing the fence.
I think for the Keystone, I heard the storyline between him and Cardio. I heard that they got beef in real life for her. So
yeah, they got beef in real life.
I heard that. Yeah, so I heard it go turn to the storyline basically.
Cardio was supposed to sit there and do the job for Eddie at Chikara, but then got picked up to go to WWE before he could.
Oh yeah. I heard about that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's like saying, oh, you know, I know, bro, we gonna go do this event real quick. You know, it's gonna be lit. We're gonna make a lot of money. Everybody gonna say premiere at the door, all that good stuff, right? And then, like, the few days before the event, I just say, I say fuck it, and I just move to Vegas.
That's bad.
And you don't see me for like 6 years.
Crazy, yo. But
back up.
Oh man, crazy. Yo, but everybody injured right now, y'all. Feel better. Feel better, like for real.
Yeah, get some ice pack, because ain't no way.
So it's a lot of y'all. That's a lot of y'all. And your last thing, y'all. I'm gonna name 3 names, son. 3 names. Alright. Sasha Banks, Naomi, MJF. How you feel about the whole situation with them 3?
right, I'm gonna break this down real quick. Sasha Banks, I support. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people that argue against that will put up with anything from their higher ups. You know what I'm saying? You got one life to live. All right. If you feel you working in a place and they're not treating you with your best interests at heart, right? Then dip. You know what I'm saying? You work way too hard. You know what I'm saying? I always feel like if you're working, if you got to go to work every day, you know, and you're not having make money for you, you know, on a high level, then yeah, you're part of the working class, which means you got to split time and energy into your job, or even if it's your craft, right?
Yeah.
If the people that you're working with to build your craft isn't serving you the way you need to be served, right? The way you need to, you know, where you need to, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? It's not like 2001, 2002, where the only game in town was WWE. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to make it, you gotta go to WWE. That's not the case now. You got AEW, New Japan, NWA, Impact, Ring of Honor's back to AEW now, but that's kind of a thing. Women's of wrestling. There's so many lanes now. You know what I'm saying? And for Sasha, she cannot even wrestle anymore and just act.
Yeah.
And be okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because honestly, I heard she might be going to act there. They also work with Snoop Dogg because they got an NFT coming out too. They're trying to do a business brand together. So I think that might be the route. You already know there's a lot of story with these dirt sheets right now about her being released and stuff like that. I already don't even.
And then this other guy said that Sasha Banks got released early this month, and I was like, "How do you know?" And then they was like, "Trust me, bro."
Trust me, bro. Now yesterday the same dude. I'm not gonna name the source because he actually followed me, so I'm not gonna what's in the source. But he's saying that he doubled down the whole situation, so it's hard to believe what is actually going on. So at this point, we gotta wait for her or WWE to mention something, but we don't even know if that ever gonna happen. But yeah, that's honestly the whole. I mean, I support the situation as well with Sasha and stuff, you know, and Naomi, because I do agree with you. I was in a situation where I would not be at my job. I don't think walking out would be the right way to do it, but I get what she was trying to do, though. You know, I'm not against it. I think it could handle a little bit different. That doesn't mean I just thought it could handle a little different, but you know, whatever she do, I support whatever she do and stuff like that. You know. No, let me though. Oh, my bad.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you said you.
So, when Naomi though, like I can't say the same for her. She doesn't have the same avenues.
Yeah.
Like Sasha has. She can't just go with her rich cousin unless it's her rich cousin-in-law, and open up an NFT. You know what I'm saying? She actually has to go to work on her craft and build that. You know what I'm saying?
Fact, yeah.
So with that, you know, one good thing about that is that I will say is that from what I've heard, she's been in good graces with WWE.
Yeah. I feel like that might be a break. I feel like the whole thing is. Okay, here's the thing. Couple of days before the walkout, they asked Naomi in the interview about the bloodline. She said that she would join the bloodline. Couple of days later, the walkout happened. So I don't know. It just seems weird. I don't know. This whole thing is seems weird for me, yo. I don't know, but Naomi's back on social media now, and she's doing good right now. And of course, her husband is doing WWE, so it's a strong possibility she could come back when the time is right, you know. But that also to remain to be seen as well with that, you know.
Yeah, that time will only tell, but I feel like she's in a better space to come back to Sasha. Yeah. But Sasha's in a better space than Naomi because of the fact that she could go and wrestle elsewhere, and like she could show up to AEW tomorrow and take the belt off Jade.
Yeah, but here's the thing about that good thing mentioned by AEW. I feel like Sasha would be AEW big star. I'm not even gonna I'm not even going to say nothing bad about that because that would be a big gain for them.
Bigger than John Moxley and CM Punk.
Mm-hmm. Possibly, maybe. I don't know. It might be up there. It might be up there.
I would say it's up there. It's like
might
2 or 3.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You should be number 3. But here's my thing though. Sasha wasn't happy at WWE because she wasn't getting that main event spot. With Ron, she had the job to Ronda and Hell in Cell, stuff like that. From what I heard, what I heard, we don't know if that's the truth. But if that's the case at the AEW, because you know how the women's division is, we know she's gonna be a big star though. But look how they treating Thunder Rosa right now with her title reign. They making Jade Cargill more bigger than her, and I think Thunder Rosa's title will be bigger than the TBS title.
Which is true. You're right about that.
Yeah.
I always feel like they should switch titles. Reason why I feel like Jade Cargill is getting a bigger push than Thunder Rosa right now, and it's pretty simple. It's social media. It's the same reason why Nikita's getting a bigger push than Cora Jade, even though Cora Jade's a better wrestler. Social media. You guys on the internet, y'all think that these guys don't listen to you. They don't watch what y'all talk about. They watch.
they do. I tell you, that's the thing, yo. People say, "Oh, they don't watch. AEW don't watch." Yo, they pay attention to all y'all social media. When y'all say something about a star should be released, and then they release that star, they do that because they listen to what y'all say on the net.
They listen to what y'all say, but they don't care about the fact that y'all ain't got feelings. And the thing that really gets me real peeved as a man, right? You're getting in your feelings over a predetermined sport on social media.
Yeah. On both ends.
On both sides. Because AEW fans ain't exempt from that.
Oh my god! I don't want to get to y'all. I want to get to the AEW.
Don't fans. Say y'all. I'm fans of both.
I mean, no, not you. Not you. So not you. Of course, not you. But the AEW fan in general. Oh my god, jeez Louise. They're not the topics. Back to the kinetic thing. The topics.
Well, we about to get into AEW shit, which is MJF shit.
Yeah, MJF. Yeah.
Now I know for what I heard from sources that that whole MJF situation is a play, but when it's from at the time when I heard it was a play, I also heard that they were not Time Warner, like the folks who own TNT or whatever.
Yeah.
And they were talking Warner Brothers. There we go. Warner Brothers was like, "Yo, get that man off TV." Like
exactly. Nah, cause Warner Brothers, they are serious right now, man. When not only with wrestling, but everything with their program. They rebranding all their program with everything right now. So
yeah.
So the thing with the MJF, they say, "Oh, is it work? Is it work?" I don't think so. I think it's this is kind of real. Warner Brothers is definitely serious about when they want MJ off TV. They were dead serious about that. It was nothing. It was nothing. Nothing fake about that.
It was, I feel like that was the promo. First of all, it was definitely a top 5 promo of 2022. I'll give them that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But yeah, man, like when it comes down to it, I will say that's more uncertain than any of the three. That's the most uncertain name you brought up in that threesome.
I agree, because mind you, his contract is not done for like another 2 years. So anything could change with that situation.
I don't expect him to be on SmackDown or nothing like that because he's still under contract.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and contracts are different than it was back in the days. Like I saw Rick Rude on TNN on USA. I'm sorry, on USA in '97 doing the match, and then I turn the channel to TNT. I see Rick Rude on Nitro.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
And I'm like, wait a minute. I flip back. I see Rick Rude there. And I flip back. I see him on Nitro. Now, I know Nitro's live. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Which tells me if Nitro's live and he's there, that means on USA, Raw is taped.
That night, yeah.
Because that nigga is not a fucking, he's not hitting the shadow clones like he's in Naruto or some shit. Like, he's there. You know, he's in WCW. He gonna rock out. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. And unfortunately, he passed away a couple years later.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was kind of a thing. You can't really do that type of shit now.
Facts, yo, facts.
You got clauses like non-compete clauses where you can't really, you know, do much for like 90 to a certain amount of days or whatever. So
yeah. But when we get more info about all three of these stories, we will keep you updated on the SummerSlam prediction episode. Because, you know, King Talk saying we'll be back for the SummerSlam prediction episode. And you already know, bro. Thank you for coming on the show, yo. You already know, son. Always dope to have you on the show. Talk wrestling and stuff like that.
You already know what it is. You already know I gotta do my outro real quick. You already know. You already know what it is. It's your man's King Talk Sands back with another one. That Money in the Bank prediction show on the Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast with the bro Ken the Gentleman. You can follow me on Instagram at Aaron Sands Premier and on Twitter King Talk Sands, straight like that. All links are provided down below. New special, Road to Season 3, out right now. You already know what we talking about. We talking about a whole gang of topics that's going on, you know, in Black culture right now. You do not want to miss it. You already know what the vibes is. Also, if you're in the New York City area, you trying to turn up with your people, look no further than Best Saturday Party, Taj Nightclub, 48 West 21st Street between 5th and 6th Avenue. Say premiere at the door. You already know what time it is. Until next time, it's your man's King Talk Sands. And you already know if it's Fridays, it's King Talk.
There you go, and we'll be right back. Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, the Gentleman Like the Podcast and the Premier Boy Podcast. And this commercial is brought to you by the Premier Boy Podcast, where four public dudes where we talk about anything about the culture. You know, hosted by myself, Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, Mr. Aaron Sands from King Talk with Aaron Sands, the Star Riding Ride, who is also my co-host of the Old School Show, and long live the Chief Mally Bow. And we talk many topics from politics, music, sex, love, relationships, and many more. And also every topic that's going on in the news right now. Many of our topics is very controversial, and the podcast show might not be for everybody because we talk about many explicit content. And yeah, so if y'all decided to check out the show, y'all be warned because y'all might need a drink or two. And yeah, because this podcast is so crazy. I'm shocked that it had not got canceled yet. So if y'all looking forward to listen to the Premier Boy Podcast, check it out on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, and many more. Each and every Wednesday at 12 a.m. You can check out the Premier Boy Podcast with myself, Mr. Aaron Sands, Star Riding Rod, and Long Little Chief Mally Mal. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman. Have a good day and night wherever you're listening to this episode. Now back to the show. Yeah! I just want to take the time to thank everybody for tuning in to this latest episode of Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast, episode 98. Yes, we are almost at 100, y'all. We are almost at 100. We are so close. But once again, thank y'all for tuning in to this latest episode of Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast. Thank you to my bro, Aaron, King Talk Sands, for coming on the show. You already know, bro. It's always fun having you on the show. Look out for the new season of King Talk coming in September. Check it out. The new season of Premier Boys coming real soon. But check him out again for the SummerSlam prediction episode, which is also the season 5 finale of Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast. You can check out Aaron King Talk Sands, Long Live the Chief Mighty Mal, and other podcasters for the season 5 finale of Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast, aka the SummerSlam prediction in July. So yeah, look out for that, y'all. Even though at the moment the Premier Boy Podcast is not on the air, y'all can check out the Premier Boy Podcast myself, Aaron King Talk Sands, Star Rider Rod, and Long Live the Chief Molly Mal. Season 1 and Season 2 is available now. Let me repeat that, y'all. Season 1 and Season 2 is available now. And Season 3 of the Premier Boy Podcast is coming real soon. We do not have a release date yet, but Season 3 is coming real soon. Even though I won't be a part of Season 3 at the moment, I know my brother's going to hold it down. Yeah, I had no fear of them. They're going to kill it. I know they're going to kill it. I believe in them. This is their time. They're going to hold it down while I'm not there. So, yeah, Season 3 of the Premier Boy Podcast will come real soon. Look out for the shows that I play behind the scenes of. Check out Aaron King Talk Sands podcast show, King Talk with Aaron Sands. Season 3, September 23rd. Season 3, September 23rd. But look out for the Road to Season 3 specials. Episode 1 and 2 is out now, and Episode 3 is coming real soon. Also, look out for the Star Rider Ride solo podcast show, A Conversation with a Star, coming real soon. I am executive producer of both those shows, so check out both those shows coming real soon. Also, look out for Long Live the Chief Molly Mal podcast show, The Bridge podcast, coming soon as well. So look out, support the Premier Boy Podcast and our projects. We about to do big things, y'all. Support all of us, man. It means a lot. Also, y'all already know where I'm at every Sunday. Next time we'll be back on regular schedule. Mr. Gentleman, Light Down Podcast each and every Sunday at 12 a.m. We're on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, The Pies, and many more. Y'all can also listen from the website of Mr. Gentleman, Light Down Podcast, www.realmrgentlemanlightdownpodcast.com, www.realmrgentlemanlightdownpodcast.com, or y'all can subscribe to us on YouTube. Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman Light Down Podcast Network. Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman Light Down Podcast Network on YouTube. So subscribe now. Y'all can also rate the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Good Pies, and Podchaser. 5-star rating, y'all. The more y'all rate the show, the more people know about Mr. Gentleman Light Down Podcast. If you want to be a guest on my show, from the main series, the old school show, Date Night Talk, and a conversation about music podcast, y'all could email me a bio about yourself and everything that you do. Ken, ypgent@gmail.com. Ken, ypgent@gmail.com. Send me a bio about yourself and everything that you do. Or hit me up on social media. Ken_Mr. Gentleman. I repeat, Ken, Ken _ Mr. Mr. Gentleman, GENTLEMAN. And also check out the spin-off series for Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast. Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast presents the old school show, myself and the Star Rider Rod, every 4th or 5th Sundays at 12 a.m. Every 4th or 5th Sundays at 12 a.m. Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast presents a conversation about the music podcast every 1st Sundays at 12 a.m. Every 1st Sundays at 12 a.m. Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast presents Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B. Every 1st and 3rd Thursdays at 12 a.m. Every 1st and 3rd Thursdays at 12 a.m. Also, add me on Good Pies, Kim, Mr. Gentleman. You know, I love Good Pie. Good Pie catered to many independent podcasters. You see what everybody listens to. You can interact with not only your audience, but other podcasters with the new message board. And we also have the charts. So at this moment, it's time for the chart review, where I tell y'all where Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast on the charts on Good Pod, Apple Podcasts, and other podcast platforms. So on Good Pod for top 100 shows, during this recording, Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast is number 13 for top 100 shows, and in the indie chart we're number 9. For Society and Culture, we are number 3 for both indies and normal charts. For documentary, we are number 1 for both indies and normal charts. So thank you everybody that have been checking out Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast on Good Pod. Continue to listen, continue to rate, continue to show love, to continue to subscribe on Good Pods. Once again, I thank y'all. Also, we are due on the Apple Podcast charts as well. We are number 54 on Apple Podcast in Jamaica for a documentary. So once again, thank you everybody that have been continued to check out Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast on Good Pods, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and other platforms. Y'all continue to help the show grow. Keep listening, and just continue to help the show grow, y'all. It means a lot. Once again, I thank y'all, man. I thank y'all. Also, y'all can check out the website of Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast, www.realmrgentlemanlikethepodcast.com, www.realmrgentlemanlikethepodcast.com. Y'all can check out every guest profile. You can listen to all the episodes of Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast. Y'all can watch the videos of Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast. Y'all can check out every guest appearance that I ever been on the website as well, and many more. So check out the website, www.realmrgentlemanlikethepodcast.com. Y'all can also buy the merch that we are in partnership with TeePublic. Merch store is out now. You can also buy through the buy through the website. And yeah, and y'all already know there's many ways to support Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast. Y'all can support to just listen to the show. Y'all can share it on your pages, on your stories, share with your friends. Y'all can buy some merch. Y'all can donate Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast on Good Pods, on Twitter, or through the website, and many more. It would mean a lot if y'all do donate. I'm not asking for y'all if y'all have a choice to do that. But if y'all do, that would be nice, man. It would mean a lot. Only as long as y'all support the show, just by listening and sharing, that's all that matters to me, y'all. So just let's just do that. And yeah, let's continue to support Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast. Next episode is episode 99 of Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast. I do not know who the guest is at the moment, but y'all will find out soon. Also, we have a Date Night Talk also coming up too on the Thursday coming up next Thursday. So yeah, look out to those 2 new episodes of Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast next week, I believe, next week. And once again, thank y'all for tuning in to the latest episode of Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast. Have a good day or night, wherever you're listening to this episode.
Hey, it's your boy Bromar, host of The Bromar Show, and you are listening to the Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast.